Bakit bawal kayo tumanggap ng regalo?
To make sure that, walang bias at all, that we cannot be biased when it comes to what we're talking about or what we're reporting. Para lang, it's an extra measure.
Yeah.
Extra measure to ensure being unbiased.
May sumubok na bang mang-bribe sa inyo?
Yes.
Meron na,
yes.
Ivan?
Yes.
Yeah, I did have an experience like that. When I was a young reporter, congressman to. I had a bag and then biglang sinaksak niya, a big stash of cash. Sinaksak niya sa bag ko and then when I was trying to refuse, parang nagmura pa siya, nagalit, na-offend or something.
How did it end?
So, inuwi ko, diretso sa admin, and then I declared that I was given this money by the certain politician. Sinuli ng GMA.
Wow. Meron na.
Hindi ganun kalaki na stash
Hindi ganun ka-intense.
Pero also, I was a young reporter. I guess baka it's easier maybe to hand off to young reporters. But I was also a young reporter sa probinsya, Tito Boy. It was after a press con. Inaabutan kami. But I was just quick to say no. Hindi naman nila pinilit kasi marami, I guess baka kasi marami namang ibang tao. So they didn't force the issue.
Oo. Malaki ba ang kita ninyo?
Sarap ng tawa.
Malaki ba ang bayad sa mga broadcasters, sa mga reporters, sa mga news reporters?
No, Tito Boy, may recent article that came out citing GMA as one of the best, or if not the best employer in media, and I tend to agree.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
In the context of sweldo,
Yes.
compared to, I mean, yun base ang sinasabi natin. Why the smile? Why?
It's a very tricky question. Whenever nagbibigay kami ng career talk, Tito Boy, it's always, that's always a question. Parang, kasi usually ang magulang ayaw nila na mag-media ang kanilang mga anak kasi sinasabi nila maliit ang kita or mahirap kumita. But I just really wanted to do it. So I guess doon mo makikita yung passion. And I remember when I interviewed Sir Mike Enriquez, he always said, wag mo kasing iniisip kung magkano kikitain mo pag pumasok ka dito sa trabaho ito. Yun daw lagi yung sinasabi sa mga aplikante niya. Bakit mo ako tinatanong magkano kikitain mo? That's a telling sign for me kung how much you want to do this job. Kung pera agad ang iniisip mo, wag na tayong mag-usap. So maybe that mentality is, what we bring with us into the industry. And if we carry that mentality with us, we'll stay in the industry. The reward will come later on.
Yeah, 25 years in the industry. So I started low, as like everybody else. So after a while, at a certain level, medyo gumaganda. It gets comfortable.
How do you compete? Because inevitably you compete with fake news. How do you do that?
We have to also infiltrate the same platforms, Tito Boy. That's why,
Nice, yeah.
kumbaga fight fire with fire, di ba? So, pati kami, we are encouraged to use our social media digital platforms to put the news out there, di ba? Kasi parang ang theory dyan, kung may lumabas na fake news, edi ilabas mo yung totoo. And the more you put out the truth, then you'll be able to drown out yung fake news. So, yun yung challenge, I guess.
While building also the core brand. Kasi gustong-gusto ko yung naririnig ko na, hoy, totoo yung balita, lumabas na sa 24. Di ba? Pag narinig mo yan, that's a testament to the credibility of the source.
Yeah, Tito Boy, like Pia said, pinupuntahan namin where the audience are. Kasi nandyan sila sa TikTok, nandyan sila sa Facebook, sa YouTube, wherever. Doon kami bumabato rin. Aside from, of course, our main platforms, television. Pero we are also required, for example, yung mga spills namin for news, meron din dapat version yan for online. Which that's the general direction.
We go to where they are.
Yep.
Fight fire with fire. Last question. Why are you proud to be doing what you do?
That's a very difficult question. But I think the pride comes from the fact that, we know that we have an important role to play. It's not just a career. I always think of this as a public service. What we do is a public service. So we have an important role to play in society. Parang meron talaga kaming papel na kailangang gampanan. Kung wala kami, kung wala tayo, mga mamamahayag, hindi malalaman ng mga tao kung anong dapat nilang malaman. And I think the best example of that would be nung COVID. Diba? Nung mga tao takot lumabas, sinong lumalabas? Yung mga mamamahayag.
being able to influence the agenda, the national agenda for the day, being able to ask the questions directly to people that matter. Like in my case, I get to ask questions directly to the President. At yun ay nakaka-apekto sa pinag-uusapan ng sambayanan sa buong maghapon. And that, of course, reflects in their decisions sa buhay nila. So it's, wow. Masarap siyang pakiramdam na may ganito ka palang function sa lipunan.
At maaaring na itatanong mo yung mga tanong na gusto namin matanong. Ang pagkakaiba lamang ay wala kaming pagkakataon pumunta doon. But when you go and ask your questions, parang that's what I want to know.
Correct.
And thank you for doing what you do. But